That's what I'm talking about, everybody. JB the Ticket is back live here at the Sapphire in Las Vegas. NFL Draft 2022. Got my main man Linwood, Hard Rock Hamilton back on the line with us. Linwood's going to be talking this NFL Draft. The first round is almost complete, and the money is in the bag. Again, you're rocking with the boss of the big board, JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express. Follow me on Instagram at JB the Ticket. Follow me on Twitter at We Beat the Line. Got my main man, Linwood, Hard Rock Hamilton. Are you ready to put that right L back on him, Linwood?
Bring it on, son. That's my kind.
You already know what it is. Live here from the Sapphire. A lot of beautiful ladies, a lot of good people, a lot of money flowing. Terrell Owens, that's right, the great T.O., Dallas Cowboys, 49ers, and Philadelphia Eagles. Great Hall of Famer. Going to be stopping by the Sapphire in about 2 to 3 hours to kick it with us. VSX Digital Networks and all of the other fans here for the NFL Draft. It's going to be packed. So as we are getting into the end stages of the first round of this NFL Draft, Linwood, what did I tell you? What did you tell me? Defense, defense, defense. That's what I've seen. Defensive players coming off the board left and right. And then last, Georgia Bulldogs. They have taken that defense and put them in the NFL. The final player picked of the first round, number 32, Lewis Cine, the safety from Georgia. So I'm going to be seeing a lot of Georgia players in the NFL this year, like a couple of years ago with LSU. Do you think Georgia is going to be able to reload in the second round of the draft with more players coming off? Tampa Bay Buccaneers selecting 33rd. Do you think they're going to possibly go for a quarterback, as we only saw one quarterback go in the first round, which was Kenny Pickett to Pittsburgh? Do you think that they're going to think to the future and possibly pick up a QB in this draft, or will they trade for one? Go ahead.
No, I think they'll pick up one. It's kind of like up in the air. They're going to get a quarterback, though. They need a quarterback for the future, and if that's what they need, that's what they're going to get.
All right, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year were a team that was a little bit confusing. You had Tom Brady. Tom Brady was in a situation where he was like, look, I don't know if I want to come back. I don't know if I want to retire. But most importantly, I want to win the Super Bowl. Because he was not able to win the Super Bowl and put himself in a position to be a champion leaving, he decided to retire. But now with him coming back, do you think that that's going to give the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a greater edge to be successful, or is it going to be a situation where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have to come back and really start over, going back into the doldrums, going from Super Bowl champions a season or two ago to have to rebuild through the draft? Do you think Tampa Bay is just too invested in TB12 right now?
Well, by Tom Brady coming back, it motivates lots
We want to let you guys know we're actually doing a couple of giveaways tonight.
Hang on 1 second, Linwood.
The prizes for tonight are official tickets to tomorrow's Sony Music Festival on UNLV's campus at the Cox Pavilion. We will start that giveaway at 9 p.m.
All right.
We're in a room.
Just listening to the announcements here. Again, JB the Ticket live at the Sapphire here in Las Vegas, getting it hooked up for you guys live for the NFL Draft. The first round is over. Linwood started on defense, ended on defense. So you're talking about an opportunity for many of these players coming into this game to be defensive stars. But we know defensive stars normally isn't where the scoring comes in. So when you talk about the offensive side of the football, do you think that's going to be the second, third, or fourth round?
First.
Huh?
First. I think that, first round.
Drop that. Yeah. Go ahead.
First round. I think it's very important for them to be up with a backup to Tom. I mean, Tom's great, but them young boys are coming up too. As long as Tom's there and he shows leadership, he's great. and he's going to motivate a lot of the young boys. And that, you need that on the team, whether it be offense or defense. You need the admiral. You need a leader like Tom Brady. Me myself, I think he's one of the greatest of all time. And I'm not going to say that he's not the greatest. I've seen a lot of quarterbacks when you were allowed to put that right L on that ass. That were.
But we're talking about a quarterback who's 42, 43 years old, who at this point in his career, it's like, well, when does he want to stop? I mean, if he plays until 50, of course, that's history. No one would ever probably be able to do that again. But more importantly, from a team perspective, you had Antonio Brown walk off the field last year. You had Tom Brady retire and then unretire. And you still got an aging Gronkowski somewhere partying, trying to figure out what his future is. So with the first pick in the second round, do you think the Bucs might try to trade that?
No. I think they ain't gonna trade that. I think they're gonna rebuild, and because of the age of the players, so they're gonna rebuild, and they're not gonna give up that first round.
So they're not gonna give that up. I think that's reasonable. I mean, again, this is a draft of position needs. There's a plethora of guys on both sides of the ball that may not be superstars from college, a la Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, that whole LSU superstar situation that they had, bringing out guys like Grant Delpit. But when you talk about the Georgia Bulldogs, who are clearly the top team in this NFL's draft, who are most likely going to have the most players drafted this year, Alabama. What's going on with the Crimson Tide? Lost the national championship. One player taken in the first round. Two. You got Jameson Williams, number 12, Alabama wide receiver. We're going. Alabama. I think that's it. I think I was right. I think there was only one player taken from Alabama in the first round, and that was Jameson Williams. Well, and Evan Neal, number 7, offensive line going to the Giants, Evan Neal. So when you talk about Georgia versus Alabama, who do you think is going to have the edge going into the draft in day 2?
Georgia.
Of course, it's going to be my Georgia Bulldogs. Get them dogs out. I'm telling you right now, this is a situation in this NFL draft where most of the players who are coming out this year were ready. And that's the difference. Lack of star power, but full of readiness. And a lot of these players that played for the Georgia football team that won the national championship, not perennial superstars, but they were in the wings waiting. So when you talk about a college football team that can come back from contending for a national championship in the playoffs the year before, come back the following year in 2021 and win it in 2022, and then put almost 7 players in the first round. You're talking Trayvon Walker going number 1 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I knew that when I saw this young man at his draft day combine performance, running a 40 at, 6'5", 272, shaved 30 pounds off of his body. This guy is, in my opinion, a better version of Jadeveon Clowney. Just my opinion. Let's talk about it.
JB, I'm going to be real with you. You're catching me off guard on this thing because I didn't realize that they had so many great football players in college. Because I stopped paying attention when they started making all these new rules and putting all these fines and stuff and telling these kids they can't play because they putting that Rydell on that ass. So
that's right.
When you ask me about this guy and that guy, well, I'm not really I got to catch up, and I'm going to catch up this year because I really not paying attention, Jay.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm the same way with college basketball. A lot of my fans were asking, JB, you didn't even cover the college basketball. You haven't said anything about the NBA. I'm like, when you shoot threes and don't play defense, I can't bet on it. We can't make money. But the NFL, it requires you to have talent, skill, and fortitude to get that football over the end zone line or as a kicker. Haven't seen any kickers in the first round. Do you think, with all the field goals missed last year, are we going to see a plethora of kickers come through in the later rounds? Go ahead.
You need to. I can't believe how many kicks were missed. These kids, they don't practice no more.
I'm telling you. These guys missed so many kicks last year, killing spreads, killing totals, that if there's not a quality kicker in this year's draft, look for that to be a prop bet that you make all the time next year. Missed field goals. I saw so many missed field goals early on in the season. Like I said, killing spreads, killing money line plays. It was an absolute disaster. Haven't seen too many dead-eye kickers in college this year, but there have been a few players that could go in the second round, third round. But I'm telling you right now, this is all going to be defense. It's all going to be defense. Defensive players are going to bound. Didn't see many linebackers, but we can see now the running backs. Running backs right now are a dying breed in the NFL. The last few seasons, we have seen running backs taken in the first round who have not maintained or attained superstar status. So you're talking about guys like Trent Richardson, Ezekiel Elliott, the Swift kid from Georgia last year. Where's that star power? Where are your Emmitt Smiths? Where are your – I love Emmitt Smith. Where's your Edgerrin James? Where's your Tiki Barber? Where are the first-round talents going to come from as a running back going to the NFL? Because this is the first year that I have been covering sports where I have seen zero, and I repeat, zero running backs taken in the first round of the NFL draft. What is going on with the running back position? Is it just the fifth wide receiver at this point?
They changed the game. That's right. Fifth wide receiver at this point. Because they don't run like they used to. It's all a pass game. All a pass game. You don't see no Emmitt Smith, no Eric Dickerson, the guys that you mentioned. You don't see that no more. Every now and then you see these guys going to the run game. You know, and for some reason they went away from it. You know, I don't understand.
I can't really understand it either. Run defense has not been that strong in the NFL for the last 4 or 5 seasons. We've seen run defense be the Achilles heel of the Buffalo Bills. We've seen run defense be the Achilles heel of the San Francisco 49ers. 2 teams, perennial playoff teams, not able to get over the hump because they can't stop the run. So, on that side of the ball, if you're not running the football and you're focusing on passing the ball and you're taking a lot of edge rushers in this particular draft, do you think this is a situation where quarterbacks are now going to have to think more about becoming dual threat? Because you got guys who legitimately can get out and sack them every time. That entire Georgia defensive line is coming to the NFL ready to do work. So when you're talking about no running backs taken in the first round, do you think it's a dying position, or do you think it's just that the players who are at that position, again, Saquon Barkley, injury prone, first-round running back, trade bait now. Do you think that first-round running backs are going to be a thing of the past? We're going to see running backs, utility backs coming in these later rounds in the near future in the NFL draft. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think they're a dying breed. I think running backs are a dying breed. I really do. But then when you see the whole game, you see pass. But then when you got the team that goes back to the old school and put those running backs back there and start running and dodge, playing, it works. Because you're catching the other team. It seems like the whole NFL, they got the same playlist. They all do the same thing. Pass. But when you come up with that old school and you got people running the ball or a team running the ball, it surprises the other team and catches them off guard, don't you think?
I totally agree. Again, the reality is These running backs that were taken in the first round for the last 3, 4, 5 NFL drafts have not produced first-round numbers. No Super Bowls, no playoff appearances. Just look at the Dallas Cowboys. The amount of money that they had to spend on Ezekiel Elliott when he held out his second season. Absolutely ridiculous. And that's the reason why you didn't see any running backs taken in the first round. JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express. Got my main man Linwood, Hard Rock Hamilton. When I come back from this short commercial break, we're going to finish it up for the first round, talk a little bit about that second round, and then we're going to get ready for my main man, Terrell Owens. Going to be here any moment within the next hour, hour and a half. Vegas Scoreboard Express. JB the Ticket. Boss of the Big Board live here at the Sapphire Gentlemen's Club Pool and Sports Bar and Grill. The NFL Draft is here in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, get the money.
You're listening to the boss of the Big Board, JB the Ticket. Vegas Scoreboard Express.
I'm stuck in a jam and need cash right away. Don't worry. Go Moneyline with MoneyGram. With MoneyGram, money transfers are easy, reliable, and fast. No fee if you send cash online. So don't let your fam be broke this season. Go Moneyline with MoneyGram. This football season, stay in the game with Fubo TV. Over 100 live channels, including NFL Network, NBA TV, and FS1. Don't miss any of the action. Get 7 days free on us at VegasScoreboardExpress.com. Don't get cabled, get Fubo TV.
Protect your internet with a strong VPN from VegasScoreboardExpress.com. Get 40% off.
You already know who it is. The boss of the Big Board is back here with you live. VSX Digital Sports Network. Vegas Scoreboard Express live here at the Sapphire, doing a remote. Got out of the VSX studios today, boys, for the Las Vegas NFL Draft 2022. Got my main man Linwood, Hard Rock Hamilton on the line with us. Linwood, first round is over. Before that commercial break, we were talking about the death of the running back in the NFL. Now let's talk a little bit about the 49ers situation with Deebo Samuel. We thought that we would see some serious first-round trades made to pick up Deebo Samuel, who's requested a trade from the 49ers. We didn't see that. Now you're talking about a team in the 49ers who have a dynamic wide receiver, Alabama product, who want to Willie Beeman him and make him a running back because he's got quick feet. Now that's the type of situation that can change the dynamic of an entire team, an entire division, and most importantly, your betting slip. So do you think any trades are made the second day of the draft, round 2, to possibly find a new home for Deebo Samuel?
Yeah. He's that player.
Just that simple, huh? Yes. Well, who would be the best team to make trades? Because, as I mentioned before, you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They don't have a dynamic wide receiver. They lost out with Antonio Brown. Could this be a possible landing place for him? Right now, Tampa Bay, I wouldn't say they have a lot of trade bait, but they do have a few draft picks, in my opinion, they don't need. They would do a lot better trading these 2 second-round draft picks to the 49ers to get Tom Brady a Deebo Samuel. They already missed out on what was that wide receiver that was up at Green Bay? He's here now in Vegas. Can't really think. I'm having a good time here at the Sapphire. Again, if you're in Las Vegas, stop over to the Sapphire Gentlemen's Club. Top notch, best looking ladies, best prices, no pressure, just straight grease. You got to come over here, and they're showing love to your boy JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express. So again, 2 picks for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Seahawks in the second round. They've got 2-3 picks. I don't understand. Why are the 49ers trying to do this to Deebo Samuel when running backs are not even an important part of the game right now, especially if you relate it to what just happened in the draft? Go ahead, Linwood.
Hey, Jay, I'm gonna tell you, like I said, man, you would answer that question better than me. You know, cause I gotta brush up on my, you know, I gotta play the video and rerun it.
Oh, come on, Linwood. It's like you didn't read the syllabus. You didn't read the syllabus. Oh, it's going to be all right. But anyway, when we get back from this short commercial break, guys, we're going to be going offline for a little bit, have a little break, and then we're going to come back live for the final hour from the Sapphire Gentlemen's Club. Going to be waiting on Terrell Owens to come in. Going to try to get him on the show. But most importantly, guys, stay tuned. Vegas Scoreboard Express, this NFL season going to be coming in live from the Sapphire. Every Monday night football, going to be having the Monday Night Football here. Come by, stop by, see JB the Ticket. Talk to us a little bit. We'll put you into where you need to be to get that grease. So again, you already know what to do. Keep it locked. Follow me on Twitter at WeBeatTheLine if they got rid of that shadow man. And follow me on Twitter at JB the Ticket. I'm going to be back. More from Linwood, Hard Rock, Hamilton, and we're going to wrap it up going into that TL section. Vegas Scoreboard Express. NFL Draft 22. It's in the book. First round. No running backs. They ain't getting money. But you better get the money.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JB the Ticket. Giving you that grease. Vegas Scoreboard Express.